I don't really know what else to say to you at this point unless you're going to, like, reimburse me for the shoes.
Whoa. Don't you dare, Connor. Oh, my God.
Still on the table?
I mean, if you want me to, I totally will.
You will. How much did these shoes cost, by the way?
Yeah, are they like red
Yeah.
ones?
I'm lucky for you, there's some, like, cheap ones. They were, like, $220 or something like that.
Oh, my God.
$220?
Those are the cheap
Dude,
ones.
Connor, if you're going to continue this, I hope you have a big bank account.
Yeah, dude.
Connor, are you willing to drop $220 to reimburse her for those shoes that she paid for to go on another date?
Yeah, of course. I had a great time. And
Dang, bro.
Okay.
$220 is, look, it's worth the investment.
All right, well,
Investment.
then I'm going to ask the question. Hey, Kate, would you like to go out with Connor again on a second date? We will pay for the meal. He'll buy new shoes, I suppose.
Wait. Pete, let me just get this out there. I'm not just doing this because I think it's the right thing to do. I genuinely like you. I had a great time with you, and money isn't everything. And I'd rather spend the money and see you again than not.
Okay, are you going to actually behave like a gentleman this time? Like,
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Cause
Whatever you need.
I would be willing to go out with you one more time, but, like, seriously, if you mess up at all, like, that's it.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
And you just wait. On your date, her designer bag is going to break. And, oh, my God, suddenly I need to get a new $500 purse.
Zipper popped off.
Yeah, who knew?
I mean, I'm just saying if my bag did break, he better be ready to replace it.
Hey, look, a promise is a promise. Whatever you need, my credit card is ready.
Oh, my
All
God.
right. So,
I can't
Kate,
believe this is working out.
You'll go out with Connor again as long as he doesn't make any mistakes because you have a zero tolerance policy. Connor, you're willing to pay for whatever Kate needs during your date.
100%.
Okay, well,
Okay, then.
All right.
sounds like a real love story.
Yeah, you might want to have to pay for dinner, Connor, too, because all we have at the radio station are like gift cards to chain restaurants, and I don't think Kate's going to want to eat at those places.
Hello.
Hey, I was looking for Rick.
Yeah, this is him.
Rick, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5.
I'm doing good. This is a radio station?
Yes. I'm assuming you haven't listened to us.
No.
All right.
Did I win something?
No, you did not win anything, but you do know a friend of mine, and that's why I'm calling you.
Okay.
Her name is Heather, and you met her recently at a bar. She's pretty good looking. You played darts with her.
Yeah. Wait, that's your friend?
Yeah, it's a friend of mine, and she was telling me all about she was telling me about hanging out with you, and
Still laughing.
This is very strange. I mean, you're calling me about a girl I met at a bar playing darts.
yeah, that's because she liked you so much. She, was talking about it, and I was like, well, let's give him a call. Would you call her? And I just, because I know her, would you call her a little absent-minded kind of?
No, I mean, she knows what she's thinking, which is not much, but she knows it.
Oh, come on.
So
I wouldn't call her absent-minded. There's got to be something there.
Rick, is that the reason that you don't want to go out with her or call her back? That you feel like she's...
It was a great time I had with her, and she made me laugh, maybe because she was so ditzy, and she's beautiful. She's a very good-looking girl. But, I mean, she could even say, like, Barack Obama, and she was calling him, like, Barack Osama or something like that.
Wait a minute. That's not right? Yeah.
Exactly. Now I know why you guys are friends, but,
All right. So you didn't feel like Heather was smart enough to date?
some of the things she said were kind of ditzy, but what I found out later is what really turned me off.
What did you find out?
I have a small bladder, so I have to go pee quite a bit.
Oh,
and
I feel you on that.
every time that I went to the bathroom, she was accepting drinks from every single guy in that bar.
What?
Oh, really?
Oh, my God.
And I found that kind of rude that if you're with somebody, not that we were together, but, obviously it's pretty obvious that,
Yeah.
she was into me and I was into her, and you would maybe turn them down or, not laughing.
Why would I do that?
smiling
That's so stupid.
Hey, Rick.
That's not rude. Like, that doesn't even make sense because that's what bars are for.
Rick,
Yeah,
Heather is on the other line.
I got that. Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? Just so you know, another guy that I met is trying to call me on my other line, and I'm not even going to answer it because I want to talk to you.
Oh, lucky
Yeah,
you.
Rick.
Listen, first of all, you could even maybe look at it like I saved you money, and third of all, I don't even know. Like, I just don't like to be by myself. I have like social anxiety issues,
not what
so
it
I'm
is.
not talking to
Wow,
people. But
this is-
so what? That's what bars are for. That's why you go to a bar to have drinks.
Okay, but listen, when you're accepting a drink from a complete stranger, obviously because all he wants is to get laid, that sends the wrong message out. You know,
You were a complete
and if
stranger.
you're with
I didn't
me,
meet you until
obviously,
then.
you're into me, and you take that drink. You're really telling me, like, okay, well, it's cool to hang out with you, but oh my God, I'm getting all these drinks from every single guy in this bar. It's so hot. Look at me, yeah.
I didn't do that. And when you came back, I gave you all my attention. The entire night, you had my attention, except for when you were in the bathroom. I'm not going to go into the bathroom with you. That's disgusting.
Fair enough, Heather.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Very good point, Heather.
The fact that you don't even understand what I'm saying, it just proves to me that you're just not, you're not all there upstairs.
Oh,
I don't even know what you're trying to say. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound like it's very nice, so you.
I mean, listen, I didn't
It
say it was
wasn't like
bad at all.
I sat on anyone's lap or anything while you were in the
It did not
bathroom.
upset me. It just kind of, it was a turn off for me. Not to mention that you didn't even know who the president is.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, what's his name?
Brock.
Hey, Heather. All right, I'm gonna say from a guy's perspective, it is kind of lame when you come back and a girl that you're hanging out with has accepted a drink from another guy, or you think that she's flirting with other dudes while you're there. It really is. It might not seem like it to you because you're like, whatever, guys are giving me free drinks, I'm gonna take it. I would probably take a free drink too, but I can see Rick's point on this.
You just don't take drinks from strangers with somebody else. Period.
I can't help that. I don't control what they do or how good I look because I know I look good.
Okay.
Okay.
So you know what?
6%
It's fine
of
if
women,
you don't. I'm not going to
6%.
beg you to go out with me. Obviously, I can get somebody else, and you know what they say about guys that have tiny bladders anyway. It's not very attractive.
Hey, Heather, I can't let you go there, all right? I have a tiny bladder too. And even though it might be true, I don't need you pointing that kind of stuff out on the radio. All right? At this point, Rick, I would like to ask you if you'll go out on a second date with Heather. I will pay for it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm sorry, Heather. It's just, you know,
Don't
you're
be
not for
sorry
me.
because now I don't want to go out with you. You sound like an awful human being. Just because you're smart doesn't
Wow.
mean that makes you nice. You know what? You went to that bar alone, which means you can't find anybody else.
Hey, Heather,
yeah.
Heather, you're right. Being smart doesn't make you nice. Being hot, though, does. So good for you. You're a good
I
person.
don't have to be nice. I'm good looking.
That's what I said.
But, you know, I'm kind of glad that I saw that beforehand. I mean, there you go. Thank you, though.
Well, I'm glad too. So have
Wow.
fun at your like going to the bar with your what did you call them? Your compadres every couple nights.
I call them colleagues, yes.
Whatever. Don't talk to me again if I see you there.
Yeah. And you know what? Next time you get all those drinks, maybe you can give them to me and my friends because you get so many.
I definitely feel that there's a love connection here between you guys.
At least a
Definitely.
lust connection.
Yeah, there's something there.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello,
Hey, is Danielle there?
this is Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Nice. I'm calling you today because somebody sent us an email about you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Have you heard our show very much? Do you listen?
I'm not allowed to listen to that show.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what we do. We do this thing on our show called the Second Date Update. It's when somebody goes out on a date with someone they like, and they're not getting a call back. They email us to see if we can get a hold of them to find out why. So George, a guy you recently went out on a date with, emailed us about you.
Oh.
He says that he really liked you. He enjoyed going out with you, spending time with you and the whole fam. And he's been trying to get a hold of you for like 2 weeks now, but not hearing anything back. Did you not like George?
I don't know. I don't think it's. I mean, well, my family doesn't think it's a really good idea.
Your family doesn't.
I mean, there was just some things that I didn't notice, but they noticed, which I'm really lucky that they noticed. You know, and I just don't think it's a good idea.
What did they notice, if you don't mind telling us?
We spent some time together as a family with him, and my dad caught him staring at my mother's cleavage while we were playing with board games.
That is absolutely not true.
Oh my god, that is so awesome. Sweet.
Danielle, I forgot to tell you that George is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
Oh my gosh, that's really, really creepy.
That is total bull.
Oh, George.
Look, I believe my dad. My dad wouldn't lie.
What did your dad say to you? Did he just bring it up, say, like, you can't go out with him again?
He said that you were creepy, and I mean, it made it so uncomfortable.
I did everything possible to make them comfortable about the entire situation. What are you talking about?
I'm just being honest. I mean, look, you seem like a nice person, but I just think you kind of made us feel a little uncomfortable.
I don't understand. You and I were having a great time. I don't understand why your parents even have an opinion on this.
you know they're really nice people. So, I mean, they didn't really feel that comfortable with you, and that made me feel really uncomfortable. And now you're making me feel really uncomfortable. You're making
I was uncomfortable the whole time. I was playing it on for you. I was dealing with that for you. And are you serious?
Danielle?
You're dealing with that? That's my family.
Yeah. Danielle, let me just say this. I know you don't listen very much, but I'm on your side. I'm really close to my family and everything like that.
He's lying to you right now, Danielle.
I think that it's rude that George would come over there and then gawk at your mother's cleavage the whole time.
Danielle.
You definitely did that, because that's not something my dad would make up. And now I feel like you really don't like my family now. I feel like that came out.
Yeah. So, George, you weren't staring at her mom's cleavage?
I was absolutely not. I might have glanced once or twice. Absolutely not the case. She was wearing a super low-cut shirt. She should have been wearing that in the first place. I wasn't staring. It wasn't my fault. You can't miss that.
That's a good point.
If a woman is dressed like a little bit revealing at all, a guy's going to look no matter what.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I feel set up. I feel like that whole situation was a setup for me.
Well, then you probably shouldn't go out with me then if you feel that way. It sounds like you're not happy either.
What else am I supposed to say at this point?
Wow, that's a really negative thing to say. I'm really glad that we're not going out again.
Oh, man.
Gosh, Danielle.
This is like a crash and burn.
Well, at this point, Danielle,
So weird.
I would like to ask you if you'd be interested in going out with George again. We'll pay for a second date.
No.
We'll pay for it.
No.
Oh, that's too bad, George. They usually end up looking like their moms.
Danielle, I'll pay for the whole family.
Oh, wow.
Like you, your mom, dad, brother, like everybody. We can all go out and take George out to dinner.
It's family
No,
style.
but my family would be really upset they knew I was talking to you guys on the phone.
Oh, that's right. She's not even on the list.
Yeah, that's right. You're not. All right then, Danielle. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Tell your parents I said hi.
Oh, yeah. And tell your mom to keep wearing those shirts if
Yeah,
Jubal
yeah.
comes over.
Keep those things out.
Ew, you guys are such gross.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, is Shauna there?
This is she?
Hey, Shauna, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on Moving 92.5. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, just checking in on people in Seattle, seeing if they listen to us in the morning. Do you listen to us?
Occasionally I do.
It's kind of like a census survey that I'm doing, just, calling random numbers.
Oh, your customers is like, okay.
Actually, Shauna, are you familiar with the second date updates that we do on our show?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, we got an email about you.
Oh, God.
Somebody is wondering why you're not calling them back.
Congratulations.
Are you guys calling about Doug?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, we're calling about Doug.
The guy that won't get the hint.
So Doug told us.
Seriously calling for a second date update? I hate that guy. He was a creep. He was crazy.
Whoa.
Wow. Well, okay, so what did he do that was so creepy? He says that you guys ended up hooking up and everything.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I don't know what he told you, but it was a completely embarrassing, awful night, and I would rather not talk about it.
What? Wait, you
Can you
better
just-
set the record straight here.
Yeah, can you just tell us what happened? Shauna, if you won't tell us what the big problem is, obviously you don't like the dude.
Yeah.
Doug?
Yeah.
Hey, Shauna, that's Doug.
Yeah, good news.
He's actually on the other line listening. Do you want to tell Doug why you won't talk to him?
Oh, man.
Yeah, tell me, Shauna.
Okay, well, Doug, when we got home and I was like, no, I don't want to sleep with you on the first date, and I turned you down, you were like, oh, yeah, that's cool, yeah, whatever, I'll just sleep on the couch. Great. You pass out. I wake up the next morning. You're in my roommate's bed.
What?
Oh, Doug.
Doug, you dirty dog, you.
Doug!
That is a flat-out lie, man.
What?
That,
It's
That's
really
impossible.
not. You I can call Leslie and have her back me up on this.
Is that your roommate?
Who the hell is Leslie?
She's my roommate, the one you ended up in bed with.
So your roommate hooked up with him, Shauna?
No. She woke up the next morning and there was this creepy guy in her bed, and we both just kind of like, ew,
Oh.
get out.
He just crawled into bed with her.
So we shoved him out and put him in a cab, and I never wanted to talk to him again.
Doug, do you have any memory of this? Like, how drunk were you?
There's just no way that could have possibly happened.
Hey, Shauna, can I put you on hold real quick and you give producer Boyd your roommate's phone number? Can we call her? Will she talk to us, Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I think she will.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold then, okay? And give him the number.
Shauna.
Hang on. We'll talk to Doug while you give him the number. All right, Doug,
Yeah, man.
you don't remember any of that.
I mean, if you got the roommate's number, then you need to give her a call because I know there's just no possible way.
Can we rewind, though? At the beginning of this phone call, you claimed that you had this great romantic night and you totally nailed this girl when you didn't nail anybody at all. Like, you're just a big fat liar at this point, Doug.
Drunk.
It doesn't matter. You should be able to remember that and then not make false claims if you don't.
All right, Shauna is back on the phone with us. She gave her roommate's number to producer Boyd. Shauna,
ridiculous.
Doug says he thinks that he hooked up with you. He still won't.
Dude,
All right.
I can't remember. I don't think anything was working well enough.
So producer Boyd got Leslie on the phone. I guess she's on the line. Hey, Leslie, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, we got your roommate Shauna on the phone with us right now.
Hey, Les. Hey, Shauna.
And we also have Doug. You remember him.
Oh, my God. This guy.
Oh, even she's talking about it.
Oh, my God. I love that Doug started this by claiming he had so much game.
So,
This is hysterical.
Leslie, did you hook up with Doug or did he just crawl into your bed?
No.
Okay.
He just crawled into my bed like a creeper.
What? Oh, my God.
Did you try to get him out of your bed, Leslie?
I didn't even notice until I woke up, and then I freaked out.
Oh my God, that'd be so scary.
Doug,
Yeah.
Doug, are you going to admit that this happened or are you still standing by your...
Wait, he's denying it?
There's just no way it happened, man. I know. I'm not a creeper, bro.
Doug, you can't make this up. I'm sorry that you have the brain capacity of a peanut, but this is what happened.
Whatever, Leslie. You're full of it.
You're full of it. Are you kidding me?
Doug, why would you think that they'd lie about this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're just crazy chicks.
Shauna, are you a crazy chick?
Oh, yeah, clearly I'm a crazy chick for ever thinking this guy was mildly attractive.
Oh!
Shut up. What
man.
were you thinking when he made a bet with you, you flashed the bartender, and then you ended up taking him home?
I mean, okay, I admit I have a little to drink myself, but I don't sleep with guys on the first date. I, thought, he was drunk. He'd already paid for my cab.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll let him crash on the couch. Thought I was being a nice person.
Totally.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Well, it sounds to me, Doug, like maybe you just had a really vivid dream while you were in Leslie's bed. Right?
Dude, look, everybody was drunk. That's what we all admit to, okay? So I know I slept with somebody that night.
It may have been them. It may have been the cabbie on the way home. Who knows? Shauna, at this point, I would like to offer you a second date with Doug. We will pay for it. Would you like to go out with Doug again?
Thanks, but no thanks.
No.
Come on, he's a good guy.
Leslie, would you be interested in a first date with Doug?
Not even a little bit.
No? Damn it. I want somebody to go out with Doug.
Why don't you go out with Doug,
You
Jubal?
go out with him, yeah, seriously.
No, I don't want to go out with Doug either. Can we? Yeah, Doug's creepy. Doug, you found out what the reason is. Apparently, nothing happened that night, and you were just a creep in their place.
Dude, I don't believe it.
Still don't believe it, huh?
No, those chicks are full of it. And you know what? Good for them. I'm glad I didn't sleep with her.
What?
Yeah, right. That's like being in an interview, being like, I didn't want that job anyway.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi, this is Lauren.
Hey, Lauren, how are you?
I'm good.
Nice.
Hi, who is it?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. You familiar with our radio show at all?
I honestly don't listen to a whole lot of radio. I'm sorry.
Oh,
maybe
come
you
on, Lauren.
Try to live your life a little better. It's nice to meet you, though, Lauren. The second date update is basically this. You went on a date with somebody, they liked you a lot, and now you're not calling them back to go on a second date.
Oh, okay.
You recently went out with a guy named Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, Lauren, this is going to be good. I can't wait to hear this one.
You perked up.
Yeah.
So obviously you remember your date with Brian.
Yeah, that was one of those dates that it's just a good story afterward.
It's a good story. What?
Oh, my gosh. You've been telling your girlfriends all about this, haven't you?
Yeah. Do you ever do any online dating? You know how you have, some of them are winners, some of them are losers, and some of them are just stories that, you wouldn't do it again, but you're glad you did it the once.
Yeah.
Which one is he then? He's
He's the story.
okay. He's
Yeah,
a story.
the story.
Okay.
Well,
What's the story then? Why don't you want to go out?
Did he tell you how the date went?
He said that you went on the date. He wasn't feeling very well. He didn't tell you that, but he was sick. So he thinks that you might be turned off by the fact that he was sweaty and kind of weird.
did you know he was sick, Lauren?
He kept saying he wasn't, but he's already acting kind of weird. So I kind of picked up, I think he's sick. So I honestly went to the bathroom to go wash my hands.
Yeah, that was smart. That's a good move on your part.
But in the bathroom, a waitress came in, and she said, "Are you with that guy?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, first date, whatever." She said, "I'm going to tell you something. He used to date one of my good friends, and she now has a restraining order against him."
What? Are you serious?
Wait, what?
He was acting weird.
Hold on, wait, what?
He had a
did you just
restraining
Hey.
order against somebody else that he went out with.
No, Lauren, the person that's asking you what is actually Brian. He's on the phone with us. Should have mentioned that. Sorry, slipped my mind.
Holy bomb.
Yeah.
Lauren, who told you that?
The waitress in the Mexican place.
Was
Yes.
her name Jackie by chance?
Oh, no.
I don't know if that was her name. I didn't ask her name.
Okay, hold on. That's not true, Lauren. I used to date this girl. Jackie knew her. Jackie and I used to be friends. It did not end well, but there's no restraining order.
She said that her girlfriend, you guys went out, had some good times, but then you got really creepy and you started stalking her.
No way!
She said you showed up at her work after she had asked you to leave her alone. To me, that's restraining order worthy.
What do you... Okay, hold on. Obviously, she's trying to side with her friend. I can understand that, but we had a pretty ugly relationship. It ended...
In a restraining order. Yeah. It's never good when it ends like that. Brian?
Oh, come on. Everybody's kind of had that relationship where...
No. Brian, do you have a restraining order against you?
I do not have a restraining order against me. And, yeah, we had that conversation at her restaurant, at the same restaurant, but there's no restraining
Why
order
would
that
you
I
take me
know
to that
of.
restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too.
It's a weird place to take somebody if you know that there's a possibility someone you dated
See,
used
that's a
or
good point. Why would I take you there, Lauren, if I knew that there was some sort of restraining order against me? I
Okay.
don't work there anymore.
I don't know who to believe right now.
Dude, I don't know. He doesn't make very good decisions, though, because why would you go out on a date when you had the flu?
Yeah, I guess.
Just saying, Brian.
With nothing else, I was sick for 3 days, after we met.
Oh, no.
Oh, you got sick too?
Oh,
Yes, for 3 days. I had to miss work. I had no vacay time.
Oh.
Lauren, can I ask, is there anything that Brian did right?
Honestly, it wasn't a great date anyway.
Oh,
Wow. And his personality sucks.
Yeah. Nothing good there.
let me make it up to you, Lauren. I'm better now.
I've done a little online dating, and the first thing you look for when you're finding somebody online is they're not a psycho. That's the first thing you're looking for.
That's
And
what you
on the
screen
first
for.
date,
It's a good rule.
I got a pretty good sign that things.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
You didn't even come over to my apartment and meet my cat. If you met my
Okay.
cat, you would...
that's
Oh,
weird, Brian.
you are just-
You're not helping your case right there at all.
Brian,
You're
keep
saying that
saying
I'm weird. Why don't you come meet my cat first before you call me weird?
Dude.
Hey, Lauren,
Yeah.
we would love to send you on a second date with Brian and his cat. I'll pay for it. It
That
will
is
be.
really sweet. I will have to pass.
Good girl. Good girl following those red flags.
Sorry, Brian.
Did you learn anything from this?
I didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing to learn.
Yeah, it
So nothing.
wasn't you. It was the cat.
Yeah.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello,
Hey, can I speak to Mandy, please?
this is she.
Mandy, this is the Seattle Aquarium calling. You recently visited our lovely establishment?
Yeah. Why were you calling?
Well, we're missing a sea otter from the gift shop and wondering if you might be the culprit.
What?
This is actually
on.
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. What's going
I
on?
like how they went from weird to weird again.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on is you recently went on a date with a guy named David to the Seattle Aquarium, right?
Yes.
And David wants to go out with you again. He likes you a lot, but he's wondering why you won't answer his phone calls.
Okay.
Is there any particular reason why you don't want to see David again?
Well, I came across as a D-bag to me and seems to talk a lot.
Yes. Oh, he
A little
talks
bit.
so much, and he has so much energy, but he seems like, he's sincere.
It's good intentions.
Well, not so much on the date.
What were some of the highlights or lowlights of the date? I'm wondering what a date with David is like.
Sick, brah.
He bought me shots
Yeah.
on a first date, and I thought, why is he trying to liquor me up?
Wait, did you take the shots, though, Mandy? I mean, did you drink with him and have a
I
good...
did, because it was just fine. He's like, shot, take it, come on. I'm just like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, well, I might as well be drunk during this.
Take it, and then let's go check out the bivalves over at the aquarium. It's going to be awesome. So you didn't like the fact that he was trying to do shots at dinner. You didn't like going to the aquarium because I figured that would be a good place to take a date.
Here's the thing, like, the aquarium, at first, it seemed like a cute idea. But when we got there, like, he is so drunk that he goes up to the octopus thing and starts humping the window.
Again,
Okay.
sounds like a fun date to me.
Oh, my
Mandy,
God.
I mean, you went out on a date with a guy that stalked you on Facebook. Were you really shocked by all this?
I don't know. I mean, you seem nice on Facebook, and it's always nice to be told you're pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
My big question for you is why would you turn down a gift at the gift shop?
he asked me if I wanted to gift the gift shop. I'm just like, no, that's fine. So he pulls out a gift from his pocket. It's a locket with a picture of me in my bikini, a picture he must have gotten off Facebook.
What?
And his face on the other side.
No.
But it was mainly my chest.
Okay.
No.
This just got creepy.
Wait, no. Can I can I just say something? I'm sorry. Hey, Mandy, what up? Sorry, what up?
What up?
Mandy, that's David. He was actually listening the whole time.
Oh, weird, David.
I was just trying to be funny because, like, I thought it was just going to be like a thing, like you're like talking snack on it. I wasn't trying to like be creepy or anything. I'm sorry if it was. Like, what's weird about that?
Everything is weird.
There are so many levels of weird.
So what? It's a bikini. I see bikinis all the time.
Not helping, David.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yo, and who doesn't want to get faded before the aquarium? Like, I just like getting faded. What's wrong with that?
Hated.
Is it something you do often, David?
Well, sometimes on like Taco Tuesdays or something, I'll have like some tequila, but you know, in general, I wait until Thursday or Friday.
How old
You don't have
are
to wait.
you? How old are you, David?
Well, I'm 24.
Yeah. Hey, and Brooke, fun like that never has to stop.
Yes,
David sounds like
it
he's doing the
does.
right thing.
You go to
No,
work
it
drunk,
did-
you go to
Yeah,
aquarium.
it's fine. So
Mandy,
you pulled out, David, you pulled out a picture of her in a locket of her in a bikini. You can see why she wouldn't want to go out with you, right?
Not at all, because I thought it was like a nice, kind gesture, and I was hoping there'd be like a cute little sea otter locket thing there that I could put that picture in,
Dude.
and it'd be even more funny.
David, there is a reason why you left that information out when you were talking to us.
No way! And what's wrong with humping an octopus? For real. Like, obviously, not like I'm serious. I'm not like trying to get off humping an octopus. I just was like being a
Wow.
He actually went by the sea otters and tried to hump them, too, and French kissed them. So.
Oh my gosh.
It sounds like a fun time. I want to go out with him.
I'd
Yeah.
love to hump some
Dude.
octopi.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Just screws out with me because obviously Mandy didn't take it, and like obviously we'd have a good time, bro. So maybe we can be wingmen and go rage it.
All right. That sounds like a plan to me. Hey,
Oh my
Mandy,
God. Mandy, I'm
before I agree to
sorry.
going out with David, I do have to ask you this. Would you like to go on a second date with David? We will pay for it.
I don't think so.
Give him another
Yeah.
shot. He was just having a good time.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll pass.
Aw, man.
Whatever,
Really?
it's chill. I mean, it's no big deal. I get it.
David, at least you got a wingman out of the whole thing.
Right?
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, bro. Like, you get me.
Yeah.
You're freaking awesome, man. This is why I listen to you guys all the time. Like, you guys make sense to me. No one else makes sense, or I guess I don't make sense to them. I don't know.
And I'm proud that we're the only people that make sense to you.
This is
I'm
why-
proud of that.
This is what I worry about with our show. I just want to let you know that.
David,
Yep.
sorry you didn't get the second date, man.
Dude, bro, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Obviously, Mandy's kind of lame and does not have a good time, so
David.
move on to the next one, bro.
On to the next
You know what I mean? And I don't even know if Mandy's still there. If she is, sorry. Maybe I'll see you around. I won't have shops with you next time. You'll be us having a good time at the end of the bar, and you'll be over there in your quiet space.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Crystal.
This is Crystal.
Hey, Crystal, this is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Pretty good. You sound hot.
Oh, come on, Flash.
I hate to just throw it out
She
there, but
said like 5 words total.
Yeah, but you, this is like.
yeah, just the way she said it, right, Jose? Hey, Crystal, I'm calling you because you recently went on a date with a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Preston,
Oh, God.
and you're not calling him back, and he wants to know why. Is there any reason why you're not calling back? He really enjoyed going out with you.
Preston called a radio station to find out why I didn't call him back.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I like you. I like you, Crystal.
We've been called that before, Crystal. That wouldn't be the first time.
So what's the deal? Why don't you want to go out with him again?
Well, since you've already talked to Preston, I don't have to tell you how dumb he is.
So that's one of the main reasons that I haven't been calling him back.
He sounded kind of chivalrous. I mean, he wanted to, he paid for the date. He wanted to give a coat to you because you were cold.
I'm not saying that he wasn't hot and gentlemanly or whatever, but he was dumb as
Oh, wow. So you went to the fair with him. Did you not have a good time with him at all?
I mean, we went to, the House of Mirrors.
Yeah.
Where it's a maze of mirrors, and I got through the maze in like 5 or 10 minutes, however long it takes a normal person to get through the maze, and he gets lost in there.
Like he's
legitimately he's calling for me to come and find him to help him get through this maze. I'm like,
do you think
what the hell? How do you get lost? It's for kids.
Yeah.
Do you think it was just a ploy though to get you into the dark maze so he could like make a move?
I don't think so. I mean, normally you get the hotness or you get the brains, and obviously this guy only got the nice face.
What was the dumbest thing he's done?
He wanted to get food, and he kept saying he wanted starberries.
Starberries?
And I'm like, what the hell are starberries? And he's like, the red berries that you put whipped cream on, or, and I'm like, are you talking about strawberries? And he said, yeah, I call them starberries because that's what I've been calling them since I was a little kid. I said, dude, you sound like a 10-year-old. Don't call them starberries.
Go get starberries.
Starberries was pretty bad, but I think the worst thing was the bumper cars.
Oh, no.
One of the attendants had to come and unbuckle his seatbelt for him.
Wow.
Was this?
You know what? That whole bumper car ride, that was not my fault. The ride was broken, okay? That's why I needed assistance.
Crystal, at this point, I should let you know that Preston is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said. Sorry about that.
Hi, Crystal.
Oh.
I like you so much, Crystal.
Crystal, you said some pretty mean things there, but I can take it because I'm a man, and I like it, and I look at it as a challenge.
You like it? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. I'll take anything you give me. I think we're a match made in genetics. We're both super hot. There's absolutely no reason why we should not be going out on a second date.
Oh, my
There
gosh.
are a lot of reasons, like one, you're dumb as a box of rocks.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Why would you?
I think I know how to show a girl a good time. Did you not have a good time at the fair? I took you on some rides. We got some good food.
Yeah, like starberries.
I said that when I was a kid, and girls usually think it's really cute.
It's not cute, sweetheart. You need to speak adult language.
Sweetheart.
Oh, man.
I do speak adult language. I speak the language of love.
I don't.
Not to me.
Obviously, you're not understanding my own language of love. You need to come around, though.
Preston, are you like a masochist and you just love being insulted?
I don't even know what that is.
Crystal, apparently reverse psychology works really well on Preston.
Yeah, he's not getting it. I'm not going out with him again.
I could totally see you guys going out.
I love it, Crystal. I love it.
I could actually see you guys going out. Crystal just being mean to him the whole time and him just loving every minute of it. Crystal, I would love to offer you a second date to go out with Preston again. Come on, you could use another night of just ripping the dude, right?
Yeah.
At least he's eye
No
candy.
way. The only way I would ever go out with Preston again is if I suddenly turned deaf and I couldn't hear all the dumb things he was saying.
Oh, no.
The best part is Preston isn't insulted by any of it.
Yeah, he's loving it.
I could do that. I can not talk and go out with you, and we'll still have a great time.
We'll pay for you to go on a second date, Crystal.
Not happening.
No? There's no way I can get you to go out with Preston again.
Come on, Crystal. Let's
No.
do this.
Crystal, I mean, I'm even kind of sold on this one.
Yeah.
I just want to see how it turns
I
out for you
know.
two lovebirds.
She could say anything to him.
That's kind of pathetic, though, right? Why would he want to go out with a girl that actually enjoys his company?
But what if he turned you around? What if something happened in the second date and you realize that, you don't have to go to college to be smart?
I'm not saying yes, guys.
No? Nothing we
so
can do.
persistent.
All right. Well, sorry, Preston. It didn't work out for you.
Appreciate you trying to help me out. Crystal, c'est la vie. You're missing out, though.
Look at that, a foreign language.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's so smart.
Yeah, he spoke Italian.
That's not Italian.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hey, is Rob there?
Yeah, this is him.
Rob, this is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
A radio station? Why are you calling? What is this?
We do a morning show here in Seattle. Are you familiar with us?
No, I don't listen to the radio.
Okay.
Oh, God. One of those guys.
Well, we are the world's most popular morning show, since you've never heard of us. And we've decided to call you today because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update.
Okay.
That's where, say, you take a girl out on a date and then don't call her back after. She emails us to call you and ask why. So you went out on a date with somebody, blew them off, and now we want to ask you what the problem was.
And this isn't for the radio. This is live on the radio?
Yep.
Oh, I mean, who is it?
Her name's Amanda?
Yeah.
That's who you're thinking?
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of who I figured.
So Amanda's tried to get a hold of you since you guys went out on your date. She said she had a great time, and it seemed like you did too. Why have you been blowing her off?
She's just, she's very sweet. She's a very nice girl.
All right. That's what people usually say when there's some sort of an issue.
Come on, Rob.
Don't do that, Rob.
It was a nice date. I just don't think we're compatible. That's not my type. I just don't think it would work, really.
Rob, if you're trying to be a gentleman, I totally get that, but understand that she emailed us. She wants to know the reason.
I mean, look, she's very nice. I want to make sure that's clear. Amanda is a fantastic girl, but it's just she's probably the clumsiest person I've ever met in my entire life.
Was it because she told us that during the date she was like talking to you and laughing and wasn't watching where she was going and kind of ran over somebody and fell down on them? Is that what turned you off?
Well, we were just walking to the restaurant, and she was bumping into people on the sidewalk, like fumbling with her phone and out of her purse and dropping it, tripping over herself constantly.
But why is that a turnoff? I don't understand.
It's just somebody who's so uncoordinated. She's just so completely unaware of her body. I don't know, she's going to hurt herself. Or, if I date her, I'm going to have to spend a lot of time in the hospital taking care of her,
Rob, be honest. You're imagining what your bedroom life would be like, and you're worried.
Yeah, well, she's going to hit her head on the nightstand and
take her to the hospital.
You're lucky she didn't fall off the boat, man.
Yeah, exactly. She's going to bump me off the boat. I mean, I don't...
Hey, Rob, this is where I should probably tell you that Amanda's on the phone with us right now listening.
Hey, Rob.
Oh, hi.
Hey. Oh, my gosh. This is so embarrassing.
Amanda, do you have an explanation for Rob? Like, maybe you're not always that clumsy, or you were just nervous, or...
To be completely honest, I think I forced it a little bit. I thought maybe guys kind of think that's cute.
So wait.
Like Drew Barrymore, and I'm just being klutzy,
So you...
Oh, no. You really thought about that before the date? Like, I'm going to fake to be clumsy so he thinks I'm cute? Is that the thought that actually went through your head, Amanda?
Perhaps.
I can understand the want to play the damsel in distress role so that the man comes and saves you.
I gave it a shot.
Hey, Rob, now that you know that she was overplaying being clumsy, does that make you think any different of her?
I mean, that seems like a little too much to be faking it. It was like an undiagnosed, syndrome of some sort.
Yeah, it just sounds like you went way too far with it, Amanda. All right, Rob, we'll send you guys out on a second date. We'll pay for it. Do you want to go out with her again? See if she's not as klutzy as she says?
I did have a good time. It's just the clumsiness really threw me for a loop. So if that's going to change, then I'm totally up for giving it another shot.
Yes.
Let me just say I learned a lesson. That's what life's all about. I learned a lesson, and I do apologize. And I would.
Yeah.
Okay, and don't play up the klutzy thing anymore.
I won't. It's gone.
There's only one place I want you to fake it on this date, and that takes place somewhere else. All right?
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Wade, please?
Yeah, this is Wade.
Wade, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. Why are you calling me?
You actually know a friend of mine, and I wanted to talk to you about her for a second.
All right. Am I on the radio right now?
Yeah, you are.
All right.
What, you don't get calls from radio shows all the time?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
That's weird.
So
you're one of the few. All right, interesting.
One of the few.
No, you actually went out on a date with Alexis. Sounds like you guys had a good time.
Yeah, you could say that.
My question is, after you went on your brewery tour, went dancing, ended up having a night of fun, why haven't you called her back?
Well, that's a loaded question.
Well, without getting too much in the details, it was one of the crazier night-going experiences I've ever had.
What was so crazy about it? She pull a knife on you?
Come on.
Yeah, no, not quite. No, it was more like it was just the most emasculating get-together I've ever had.
Emasculating? What does that mean? Does that mean that she was like ripping on you the whole time?
Yeah, she was just very encouraging.
Okay.
Really?
So critiquing you.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm pretty confident. I just don't need a cheerleader in the bedroom, you know what I'm saying?
I've had that happen to me before, and there's a fine line between, yeah, that's kind of sexy, and hey, stop it. I'm trying as hard as I can over here.
Yeah. She would say stuff like, come on, honey, you can do better.
What?
You can do better.
And it just got progressively worse. It was like, oh, try harder, keep trying. I'm like, it became like backhanded compliments, like, oh, don't quit now. Don't stop. Don't quit now.
That doesn't even sound sexy at all.
No.
It sounds like a mom coaching her kid. Like, after you're done, she gave you some orange slices to recuperate.
Yes, exactly. It was like having a soccer mom in bed with me.
I can't believe that you would say all of this on the radio. On the radio.
Wade, I guess I should let you know, yeah, Alexis is listening to that whole thing and heard everything you just said.
Oh, well, great. Thank you for that.
And I only said all of that because it wasn't going as good as it could have.
You thought coaching me up was going to improve our night. Like talking to me like I was a 4-year-old.
It seemed like you needed a little encouragement.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't think that's a little crazy?
No, I don't think it's a little crazy.
Did you really say all the things that he said? You said, like, way to go, keep trying, you're going to get there.
Not in that tone, obviously.
It's still kind of
Not
weird.
like a cheerleader.
Alexis, have you had partners in the past who really liked this and or appreciated it?
I don't know that I've ever had a partner that I've needed to assist so much.
Oh, wow.
Okay, hold on. First of all, we were pissed drunk, and it's our first time. It's like, what expectations might be a little high for a drunken first date?
Alexis, at any point during your coaching, did you maybe think to just back off and let him do his thing?
What thing?
Okay, so it just comes down to, Alexis, you didn't like what...
I was trying to help a guy out.
Why do you
Wow,
want to
Alexis.
see him again, then?
Yeah, Alexis, when we first talked to you, you were all into like, oh my God, he's so sexy. And they're like, how was that?
He's a good-looking guy, and he was really nice, and, like, we had a nice time, and he can dance, and, like, it was a fun date. Like, I had a good time. So, I thought, this is workable.
She's willing to overlook his other flaws.
She can coach him.
I mean, maybe your guys' chemistry was just off. Do you think that could be it?
Maybe you guys need to try it again.
Oh.
Live in studio.
Oh,
What do you think?
the only good thing is it doesn't sound like she'll say any dirty words.
Yeah.
So we don't have to beep anything out.
No, yeah, it was all pretty G-rated from her end.
Well, at this point, I'd like to ask you guys if you'd like to go on a second date. We'll pay for it. Alexis, do you have any interest in going out with Wade again after hearing what he said?
No, I think I'll pass. Think so. I don't need to go out with someone that needs an instruction manual on the sack.
If you were to grade his performance, what would you give him? Scale of 1 to 10.
4.5.
Well, I also think she's a little butthurt because she got called out on the radio. So, I think you got to add at least 3 points
I think
for
you're
that.
a little butthurt because
So we're looking at a 7.5. So,
Way to look at the bright side of things.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5.
Hello?
Yeah, I was looking for Zachary.
This is Zach.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
Who is this?
Jubal from the radio station Moving 92.5. We have a morning show here. We're calling you about someone that you know who is a mutual friend of ours.
Okay.
Zach, I'm going to give you props right now for walking up to a girl in the mall and just like going, hey, let's get coffee, and then taking her to coffee. That's a very manly move.
The girls in the room are very impressed with you.
Do you know what?
He's so confused right now.
Do you know what instance we're talking about?
I'm sorry. I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
So you know her, or she works there, or what?
It's a girl named Jenna. She actually emailed us about you. She's confused because you went up to her in the mall, asked her for coffee. You guys had what she said was a good time. She wants to know what she did wrong.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, come on, you cannot be that shy of a dude. You approach women in the mall.
I'm not shy. It's just weird, and that's like...
Yeah, it's a lot to take in for him out of
I'm
nowhere.
I'm letting you process it all. So what's the reason that you haven't called her?
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, so we were shopping, and she had this bag that had, like, these, like, little stuffed animals.
All right.
Like Bert and Ernie from, like, Sesame Street and Cookie Monster.
Okay.
So, this is so weird. As we're talking, she, like, gets these like, little guys out.
The stuffed animals?
Like Cookie Monster. And is, like, talking with them. You know,
Like to them, or like using them as like hand puppets?
like both. Like, I was talking to her, and she would, like, respond to the question, like, in...
Okay, wait.
She's, like, kind of good at it, like, in, like, the Cookie Monster
Zach, do you know
voice?
So you'd say, like, what do you do for a living? And she'd be like, I work as a teacher. Like that?
Yeah, exactly.
You want coffee?
For how long did this go on?
Way too long. Like, way too long. Like, not like it happened for a second. And at first I was like, ha, 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 ha. And then I was just like...
Hey, Jenna?
Yeah, I did not do it for that long.
Zach?
She's on the phone?
Yeah, Jenna's on the phone with us. I should have probably told you.
Yeah, you probably should have led with that.
Jenna, were you playing with toys at the table?
You are blowing it way out of proportion. I was being, like, goofy and playful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Too playful.
She says that she was being playful and joking around. The way that Zach describes it is she was basically putting on a puppet show.
I can't believe you're that affected by the fact that I had, like, puppets. I was just joking around. And it's not like you were much of a conversationalist.
All right.
Were you buying those toys for yourself, or were they a gift for someone else?
I was buying them for my niece, and I felt self-conscious that I had them. Zach noticed them, and yeah, I was like goofing around with them.
Okay.
Jenna, let me ask you this. Do you think that you were goofing around with them and then it was like, you know, someone who has a joke that's kind of funny and then it just goes on a little too long?
I don't know.
Zach?
Maybe. We weren't even there that long. So if I was talking in a character voice for 20 minutes, who cares?
Yeah.
20 minutes is a long time.
Jenna.
Zach,
I don't
Zach,
think it matters.
did it feel like a joke that went on too long for you or something?
I don't know. The whole thing was just weird. I mean, I thought it was just weird.
It weirded you out. It would be like if I went up to a girl and asked her out and then I found out that she liked to talk baby talk.
Honestly, I regret it.
Okay.
No more voices.
All right.
Well, it's kind of cute.
We will pay for you guys to go on a second date if you'd like to go out again. If Jenna promises to leave her toys at home, will you go out on a second date with her?
I mean, does she want to? I mean, she's kind of said a couple, like, kind of rude things. I mean,
So have you, Zach. You called her crazy, basically.
So have
I
you.
didn't call her crazy. I said what she did was weird.
Okay. Well, you called her weird. Okay.
Now it seems weird, right? I mean, I don't know what to... I mean, I'd say I'd go out with her again, but is it going to be weird?
No.
No, she's not going to bring any toys with her. She's not going to bring any stuffed animals with her. We'll send you to, like, an adult place to
Not
go
the
get some
Disney
dinner.
store.
We'll send you to Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah,
No, I'm
we'll
just
send
kidding.
you over there.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right.
I would suggest alcohol on your date.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. We'll get your information and send you guys out on a second date, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right. Yeah, they're definitely not going out.
I do not feel the vibe at all.
No.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello,
Hey, is this John?
this is John.
John, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. You got a second?
Okay. Am I on the radio?
Yes, you are. I just wanted to talk to you about a friend that we both have.
Okay, what friend?
It's a girl named Sarah, and I know that you guys went out on a date. It was like a blind date, which I can understand has got to be kind of weird. How was that, by the way, when you met up with her and you'd never seen her before?
So she gave you my number?
Yeah. Honestly, dude, was she not hot?
No, she was. I was pleasantly surprised. She's very attractive.
It sounds like something bugged you about the date. So what was it?
I don't think it's a good idea to really talk about this on the radio, honestly.
Is it that bad?
It could be interpreted as pretty bad, yeah. She had a tongue ring, and for me, I know tongue ring means pretty easy. So I've had that phase of my life already, and I just don't need to be dating anybody who's...
So you feel like because Sarah had a tongue ring that she's not the kind of girl you want to take home to mom, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now I want something more serious.
Can I say something?
Hey,
Yes.
John, Sarah's actually on the phone with us right now. She heard everything you just said.
Oh my gosh.
Sarah's on the
Hey.
phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
You just made this giant assumption about my whole personality and decided that's true, and it's not, first of all.
well, it's just in my experience, any girl that I've dated who's had a piercing on her tongue or different parts of their body, it's like the sex is going to be great, but the relationship's not going to
Maybe the problem is with you, and maybe you've just dated a lot of sluts, but I'm not like that.
John, have you turned down girls before because of piercings?
Yeah, or like a lot of tattoos or so. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not what I'm looking for right now.
You know, if you know that about yourself, why did you even lead me on? Like, why did you talk about going to a play? Like, it's not like you suddenly realized I had a tongue ring. It's pretty obvious.
Honestly, I already knew in my head that things weren't going to work out, so I just threw that line out there to kind of get out of the date, just end it.
John, the one thing I'm really confused about is who cares how many people anyone has slept with? I mean, if they're going to... I
think a lot of people do, yeah.
It's like 1,000 people. I am not hooking up. You can't listen. If a girl says I've slept with 10,000 guys...
I'm asking John.
Okay,
John.
ask
Why does
John.
that matter? I really
I think
honestly
everybody
don't get
listening
it.
right now is like, I think it matters.
That's because Brooke's hooked up with the entire promotion staff, so she doesn't want us to judge her.
I think you guys are really missing the point here. I really do. I think that it doesn't
I think
matter.
everybody understands exactly the point.
I'm the only one in a loving, healthy relationship, by the way,
You've
out
been
of
in
this
lots of them,
entire
apparently.
group.
Yeah.
And I would like to know, John, what happened to you by some chick that makes you think that a girl with a tongue ring is promiscuous, and then what bad will happen from that? I don't get it.
I've been on a date with a girl who had a tongue ring, and it was easier to take things to the next level. And within a month, everything had kind of flamed out. It didn't last. It was good for a flash, and then it was over.
I agree with you, John. I think most girls I've met with tongue rings, same thing.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Piercings,
serious?
tongue, or tattoo? No, I don't know.
It's a blind date, so you got to take what you see and what you get. I didn't have time to get to know her a lot, so I just had to base my understanding of her on what I saw and what I heard.
He's totally disregarding everything that we talked about, and I think it makes you an ass.
What can I do to convince you that I'm not an ass?
Hey, I'll tell you what you could do. John, I would love to pay for you guys to go on a second date. We will send you out again. The show will pay for it. Will you go on a second date with Sarah?
You know what? Yeah, I will. If nothing else, just to prove that I'm not an ass.
For your own
That's a good way to put it, yeah. Way to sell yourself there, John.
Oh my God,
Sarah, would you be willing to go out with him again? We'll pay for it.
I don't want to go out with a guy who thinks like that.
Amen. Amen.
You've proven you are an ass. You can't unprove that.
Once you go a-hole, you never go
Right.
back.
John, you heard her. She will not go out with you again. What do you think?
Well, honestly, now I'm a little bit disappointed because I thought for sure that it was going to be a done deal that night.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Nick, please?
Yeah, this is Nick.
What's up, dude? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Movie 92.5.
Wait, what?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio station.
Okay. Why are you calling me?
I'm calling you because you actually know a friend of mine. You went out on a date with her, and you haven't called her back.
Okay.
So her and I were talking, and she really liked you. Would like to see you again, but she's confused. and she wants to know if she did something wrong on the date.
Okay, who are you talking about?
A girl named Katie?
Oh, your friend's Katie. Okay.
Yeah. And I know that she went on the date with you. I don't know if she told you, but she hasn't really had a drink in 2 years, and she went out.
Oh, no, she told me. She told me that.
Okay.
Oh.
She sort of screamed it at me.
Really?
Oh.
How'd that work?
I was there, and she showed up, and she ordered a drink, and then she pretty much slammed it and then ordered another one, and then it just kind of went from there. And I would say she probably within an hour had about 5 drinks.
Nick, how long do you think that you got to talk to sober Katie before drunk Katie took over?
7 minutes. Wow. I mean, it literally escalated so fast, and I was thinking we would go somewhere where she could get some food, but she wanted to go dancing, so she begged me to go dancing, and then I went with her, hoping there'd be food at this place. There was not.
I just picture her pulling her arm like, I don't want food. Let's go dancing. Let's take me dancing, silly man.
And then in the middle of dancing, she screamed in my face with joy that she hadn't had a drink in 2 years.
Oh, all right.
God, I'm free.
Yeah.
Okay, with all that said, Nick, was she fun?
It was fun in like a reality show that I'm watching at home sort of way. It was happening to you.
Do you feel like you were going out with one of the members of Bad Girls Club or something? Just, I haven't had a drink in 2 years. Let's take me dancing. Let's do
It
this.
was like Girls Gone Wild, but I'm in the dynamic.
What's the most embarrassing thing she did, Nick?
I pulled her out of the back seat of the car. I realized that she had left me something in the back seat of the car, which was not there when she was placed in the car.
Did she puke?
No, she had taken a in my car.
What?
Oh my God.
Hey, Nick. Katie is actually on the phone right now and heard everything you just said.
Nick, oh my God, I did not.
Katie, come on. I think I know better than you do.
I've actually had this happen to a friend of mine.
What?
Yeah.
A guy or a girl?
A girl, a dude did it in her place.
What?
But anyway, that's not the issue here. The issue is Katie. Katie, has this ever happened to you before?
No, I can't even believe that's true. I am mortified. I don't even know what to say.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty disgusting.
I can't even believe that's true. Why'd you keep buying me drinks?
I didn't buy you drinks. I threw you over my shoulder, dragged you home, you in my car, and then I said
No,
goodbye
I'm
to you.
talking about before you had to put me over your shoulder. Like, how many drinks did you buy me? At some point, you probably realized I was pretty drunk. Like, why wouldn't you take me home?
You kept ordering the drinks, and I don't know you.
And she didn't tell you at the beginning of the date that she hadn't had a drink in a long
She told
time.
me at the end, which point I brought you home.
Katie, didn't you realize when you got home and things were a mess, your clothes, that something would have happened?
Honestly, I really don't remember. And my roommate had sort of threw me in the shower and cleaned me up because I think I threw up. And I absolutely think he's exaggerating. I really don't think that happened.
Katie, I know it's embarrassing, and I understand being defensive, but do you think maybe a better tactic would be to apologize and kind of admit that perhaps you did something wrong?
Yeah, if I did that, I'm sorry. I can't. It's so not me that I can't even believe. Obviously,
Hey, it's always a good time when you your pants. That's what I say. I think you guys had a great time.
I'm just saying, like, I wish that was a joke, but you're being serious.
Yeah, Katie, I'm not judging you. You know how many people I've peed on that I've been and beds I've ruined and clothes? Like, I do that all the time, so I'm not judging you for it at all. I'm joking around, but like, you know what? It happens sometimes.
I just I don't know.
Maybe we could get to a point where Nick could forget that moment and remember why there was a connection between you two.
I don't think you forget that moment.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, it was awful, and then the fact that she just tried to flip it and make it my fault.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Nick.
I'm not making it your fault, Nick. I'm just saying take some responsibility.
I did take responsibility. I brought you home, called your friend, and you in my car.
Hey, Nick, at the end of these second date updates, we always offer a second date. We will pay for you to go out with Katie again if you'd like to, Would you be willing?
You guys, it would be great is if you could pay to have my car interior cleaned.
Yeah, no detailing, no auto detailing.
No.
Sorry.
All right, so no.
None of his friends are ever going to sit in the back seat again.
Yeah. Katie, at least you got a good story to tell.
I will never tell this story as long as I live.
Come on. Thanksgiving dinner, the fam's around. It'd be hilarious.
To your grandkids?
Yeah.
No.
I remember when I in a guy's car.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Gianna?
This is she.
How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Good.
You recently went out on a date with a friend of mine. His name is Chris.
Okay.
You remember going out to dinner with Chris?
I do. Uh-huh.
Cheesecake Factory. It's a nice place. I like it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm calling because Chris really enjoyed the date, and he's wondering why you haven't called him or texted him or returned his email asking if you wanted to go out again.
That's a little weird. I don't know. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Really, 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 really nice.
Okay.
All right. Usually that's not a glowing review of a dude.
I guess I figured that when he asked me out, he would have a plan of some sort.
Okay.
Yeah. Was it just the restaurant choice? Because he did tell us that, he let you choose the restaurant. I mean, that can't be that big of a deal.
Oh, well, it wasn't just the restaurant. He didn't make a decision the entire date.
What?
Well, should I pick you up or will you meet me? And I ordered first, and then Chris was like, oh, I'll have what she's having.
Oh, really? He didn't even make a decision on his food?
Wow.
And it goes like this all night.
Yeah.
And I decide that I want dessert.
Okay.
And so I say, what dessert would you like? I give him the opportunity to order something. He goes, well, whatever you would like.
Oh, my God.
I'm halfway surprised that he didn't ask me if he could go to the bathroom.
Hey, Chris?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm here.
Gianna, I should probably tell you that Chris is on the phone. He's been listening the whole time. He heard everything you just said.
Are you kidding me?
Say hi, Chris.
Hey, Gianna.
Oh, hi, Chris.
I was just trying to think about your needs. I was just trying to be considerate because most guys don't do that.
Okay, but you asked me out, dude. You gotta man up. Have a plan when you ask a girl out on a date. If I wanted to date another girl, I'd date another girl. I went out with you because I thought you were a nice guy, but there's such a thing as just being too nice.
It's been a little bit of a while since I've been with a woman, so I'm just not good at these things. And I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. That's what I should say. I'm not used to it.
You're okay.
Yeah, that was a weird way of saying it, Chris. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So you haven't been out on a date in a long time? That's what you were saying?
My job is just so demanding,
God.
so I don't get a lot of time generally to go on dates.
Can I hear... Can I hear Gianna's interpretation of the kiss at the end of the night?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
Can we actually not do that?
No.
That embarrassing, huh?
Gianna, tell us about the kiss.
He drops me off at home. I'm going to leave the car, and I'm opening up the door, and I guess, this was his time to, finally, be a man. He lunges over this, console, and I thought he was going to fall into my lap.
It's hard to do that in a car.
You're right, Chris. It is very difficult to get that kiss in a car.
The girl to the door.
Were you just nervous, man? Is that what happened?
I just feel like the expectations are too high. What do you want from me,
He's still indecisive.
I want you to know where you want to go. I want you to know if you're going to pick me up. I want you to not fall into my lap. I want you to know what kind of cheesecake you like. I don't feel like I'm asking a whole lot from a guy to know what kind of cheesecake he would like to eat.
I feel like I can do this.
You do.
I like it says, I feel like I can do this. Not, I can do this.
Okay, I can do this.
There you go, Chris. That's that go-getter, can-do attitude.
Confident Chris.
And Gianna, you got to think, it took a lot of cojones to call a radio station to deal with
No,
this.
it didn't. It took a lot of
cojones to call me?
Yeah, that's true.
If we continue to go out, if every time something goes wrong, you're going to call Jubal?
Personally, I would love that, Gianna.
Yeah, he has a hotline. He does charge.
Yeah.
He gives horrible relationship advice normally.
Well, you did pick up the phone, though, so this seems to be working in some sense.
There you go.
Well, yes, I pick up my phone when it rings, Chris.
Oh, man.
Well,
Hey.
you didn't answer my emails.
You know, you sent one email that was just a question mark. Like, I don't know.
Oh my God!
Gianna,
It's so funny. I'm sorry, Chris, but that is funny.
Gianna, at this point, I would like to say we will send you out on a second date. We'll pay for it. Chris obviously wants to go out again. Gianna, would you go out with him?
If you guys could send me, like, a project plan so I have, like, in my email, so I have an idea of what it is that we're doing, so that I do know there is a plan. Oh, God. Sure.
Yes!
Why not?
Yes!
You are so
Love it.
nice.
Yes,
Woohoo!
You
Go
are so
Chris.
nice.
Chris, you got your second date, man.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Wow, you can tell.
Yeah, you can hear it
Leave
in
him
your voice.
alone. Come on.
Chris, any idea where you want to go?
Well, I hadn't really thought about it, honestly.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hey, Sarah, it's Jubal.
Hey,
How's it going?
it's okay.
You doing all right since your date with Guru?
It's over, so I'm doing great.
Oh, you poor thing.
We just talked to Guru, and of course, he told us about the date that he took you on. Apparently, he took you to the butterfly exhibit,
Yeah?
to Costco.
Oh, he admitted that. Okay.
Yeah, he said.
He said you were into it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Sarah, can I ask what your initial impression of him was?
I thought he was weird.
Yeah.
But, I mean, but it wasn't weird, in a way that I couldn't spend some time looking at butterflies.
Guru's quirky and eccentric. That's what I would say. I wouldn't call him weird. He's an interesting character. He'd be a fun guy to hang out with, I would
Yeah,
say.
you wouldn't call him weird, but I would.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, plus the other stuff's really weird. So maybe taking a woman to a butterfly house is not weird. The other stuff's weird.
How did he get you on the bus to Costco?
Oh, God, how did he get me on the bus to Costco? He said he had this great, new hot spot that he thought was really unusual. We're helping save resources by taking a bus. I thought, cool place to eat that I've never experienced before. Mm-hmm. And I was right on half of it. I've never experienced eating at Costco before.
Aren't the chicken bakes delicious, though?
Not when a guy you met an hour before asks you to eat it Lady in the Tramp style.
Oh, my God.
He asked you to eat a chicken baked Lady in the Tramp style?
Yes. I think I should have run then. I thought he was just making a joke. I realize now that was no joke. It was just getting weirder and weirder. And he has these long monologues about paper being the future, and I don't understand what he's talking about. I'm not getting angry, but I'm confused, and I'm strangely interested because I've never been around someone who talks the way he does.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm repulsed.
Right. So you get in the pedicab.
Yeah.
Did you jump out of the pedicab at a certain point?
Listen, you guys, you don't know. This whole thing, it just kept escalating and getting weirder. And he stands up in the pedicab and he starts screaming, "I'm the king of the world," with his arms outstretched. And something just switched in me, and I just jumped out because the only thing I could think was I would rather be hurt and break my leg than spend one more second with this person.
Oh my God.
It was just, I just couldn't do it anymore.
Sarah, are you okay? Are you okay?
Sarah, that's
You know
Guru.
who this is? You recognize this voice?
What? Oh my God! No! No, you guys!
Listen.
Oh no!
Listen, Sarah.
Shoot!
Sarah, can you just hear him out for a second, though? Because he really liked you, and I think he probably feels bad about the whole pedicab thing.
Guru, want to make sure you're okay and healthy. I think that you have all this fire, which is the most beautiful thing about you. I feel like I've looked directly into the sun now, and I've come back from that.
I just look. I am not attracted to you. That's just
you're starting my thoughts. You start Guru sentences. That's chemistry. You can't buy that. But we have it together.
I can't believe you would have the audacity to think I'd go out again with you after the places you took me, the way you behaved. I mean, it shows me what you think I'm worth if you take me to Costco to eat. Did you ever think of that? It makes me feel really that you would think it's honorable to take a woman to Costco.
There's a reason that you and I have been on multiple second date updates. There's a reason we're not with someone, and it's because
honorable to take a woman to Costco?
There's a reason that you and I have been on multiple second date updates. There's a reason we're not with someone, and it's because we're special people. And we're a little bit off the grid, maybe. And so I thought you would appreciate those things that are unique. And that are unique. Maybe you don't. And I can't change that. Guru can't change your nature more than Guru can change nature.
It's a very poignant statement, Guru.
You keep talking in the third person. Why do you do that? It's horrible. It's obnoxious and it's crazy. Why?
Sarah, you can call names and you can lash out. But Guru will still be here with open arms. There's no netting on this butterfly. There's no netting. There's no netting. Why? Sarah, why do you insist on having this netting around you? You're a beautiful butterfly. You should be free.
But I have to go. You have to release me from this, please.
Release me.
Come on, give this girl a break. Yeah. Give her a break.
Sarah, don't you think you should have the decency at least to go out with him again? Like, listen to how much he liked you.
Decency? Really? You're putting it on me that I'm not decent if I don't go out with a man I don't want to go out with. I mean, really? You think it's okay to pressure women like that? It's not the dark age.
I'm sure if he wants all of us to be decent.
No, I don't know that that's true, Guru.
I want everybody to be decent.
I think that's opposite, Guru.
Guru wants everyone to look at the mountains more and the ground less and to walk around and take in what's around them.
No, Guru wants everybody to do what he wants. That's what Guru wants. Guru wants the woman to shut up and go along with whatever he wants, even if it's a second date she's not interested in. So stop acting so lovable, because underneath it you're just a controlling piece of another guy. And you just pretend you're different, but you take women to Costco, you ask them to sit spider style on a bus. That's revolting. That's really disgusting. So you, Guru, if that's even your real stupid hippie name.
Oh, wow.
Do you feel at all guilty for setting Guru up and Sarah together? This is like, it's like oil and vinegar, dude.
Did you hear that passion at the end? I mean, eventually the wheels come off a little bit, but the passion is admirable.
Yeah.
He's undeterminable.
It's passion.
Passion.
And Guru can recognize someone who's passionate.
The wheels come off and the freaking engine falls out.
Your real stupid hippie name.
Oh, wow.
Do you feel at all guilty for setting Guru up and Sarah together? This is like, it's like oil and vinegar, dude.
Did you hear that passion at the end? I mean, eventually the wheels come off a little bit, but the passion is admirable.
Yeah.
He's undeterminable.
It's passion.
Passion.
And Guru can recognize someone who's passionate.
The wheels come off and the freaking engine falls out.
Guru, did you learn anything from today's second date update?
It's perfect, right? Because what do they say? You know, if you get burned, try again, or don't be scared of burns. Something, Sarah's all fire.
I think what they say is burns build character.
No.
So keep burning yourself until you get it right.
I think they say don't play with matches, Guru, is what they say.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they did, and I guess I lit one around a flame, and it kind of blew back in my face. But Guru keeps going out there. I'll be the water to anyone's fire any day of the week. And I've got, Guru has a little spark in him, and I think the ladies would tell you that right away. And I'll tell you that, and a lot of people, and my mom would tell you that. There's a lot of spark in Guru.
I think the one thing that you need to learn is not to take women to Costco and get chicken bakes on a first date. I don't think there's a lot of women that are going to like that at all.
That's like third date material.
You know what I say to that?
What's that?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye, Guru.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Tara, please?
This is her.
Hey, Tara, how are you? I'm an owner of a restaurant you recently gave a poor Yelp review to, and I wanted to have a quick word with you. Got a second? Tara,
okay.
I'm just joking. This is actually Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
Who is this?
Yeah.
My name is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning on the radio station Moving 92.5. We do a morning show here in town.
Why are you guys calling me? I'm sorry. I'm just a little confused.
That's all right. I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners. His name is Gary. And Gary emailed us about you because he liked you a lot.
Oh,
So-
I know Gary.
You know Gary. You guys,
It's a start.
you met at that Yelp party because you're both like elite Yelpers.
Yep.
Okay.
Yelp.
It sounds like you don't like Gary very much.
Well, I don't know if I should be saying this on the radio.
Tara, I want to say I appreciate your time, and if you're like scared to say something about Gary on the radio or whatever, remember he actually asked us to call you because he wanted to know if he did something wrong.
Just think of it as a Yelp review.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, a girl expects a guy to be a little chivalrous, you know, like on a first date at least.
And you mean just like opening doors and all that kind of good stuff?
Well, yeah, you know, like, I don't know. I consider myself a lady, you know, classy. I like to be treated like one. But the bill came at the restaurant, and he said, how do you want to split this?
Oh, on a first date that he asked you out on.
On a first date that he asked me out to.
Yeah.
And I was really taken aback. So I just kind of, like, reached into my wallet. I gave him a 20. I was like, okay, I guess this should cover it. And then he had the balls to just say, well, I think you had a bit more bread than me, and you also had a second glass of wine.
Stop it.
So he wanted more money?
Wow. He was not counting what your charges should be.
No.
I gave him a little bit more money, and he goes, well, actually, I think maybe just a little bit more because that tip is only about 15%.
Hey, Tara? Tara?
Yeah.
Gary is actually on the other line. Gary?
Oh,
Look, I always give 20%. I don't know why you wouldn't want to give 20% to like the waiter. Even if I leave a bad review, I still leave 20%.
Okay,
That's all
you know
I'm
what?
saying is we
Tip
weren't leaving
aside,
enough tip.
I shouldn't have had to pay for anything. I mean, if we had
But
decided,
I paid for the valet. I mean, I
you know, like,
picked you up and stuff.
I don't know,
I wasn't
it's going to
doing
be too
some
expensive
chivalrous
for you.
stuff.
Maybe we should have gone to a Jack in the Box, Gary. I mean, seriously.
And this was like our very first date, and I didn't choose this restaurant. We both said we wanted to review it together. I don't think it's weird to split the check on our very first date.
I mean, like, this is not how someone wants to be treated when they want to take you out. You know,
I'm
it's
with
like I
you.
don't want to have to dig into my purse to like help pay for the sales tax. I don't know. It made me feel like honestly.
Tara, would you not have had a problem with it if you had chosen the restaurant?
Maybe that would have been different.
Maybe it would have been different. Yeah, okay. Tara, come on. You're giving the guy a bad time because he just wanted to split bills with you.
He counted how many glasses of wine.
Maybe I'm just like old-fashioned that way. I honestly am. Somebody asks you out. They choose a restaurant. He's taking me out. Like, he should pay for the bill.
If that would have been that kind of date, I would have paid for it. But this was like a mutually agreed upon, like, we're going to go review this restaurant together.
I don't know.
Sounds like a business deal, not
Yeah.
a date.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's like to be on a date with you? I mean, you literally were like, nobody does that. Guys don't do that. They don't. We were gonna go review the restaurant, but to me, like, I thought it was like that was an excuse to like have you take me out. You know, like, because I liked you. Like, I thought it would be fun to go. It was, it was a date.
Now, Gary, would you have been okay if she would have just given you the 20? In hindsight, maybe that was where you should have drawn the line.
No, I mean, 20 didn't even begin to, like, cover it. I don't know what that was. I don't know why I should be expected to pay for everything, especially because
Exactly
it's a
what
lot
you
of
should be doing.
expensive
It's the
things.
first date. After this, like the second date, third date, maybe we can split it. Like, that's just what happens on dates. Whoever takes them out pays for it.
But you were ordering a $14 glass of wine. I mean, just think about that.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
really expensive. Why would you do that on a first date?
What's the difference between a $12 glass and a $14 glass? It's a $2 difference. Are you counting pennies? Like, are you super poor? Like, what's going on here?
Tara,
Really?
practice a little self-control, all right? When you're out on a date. And don't order the
We're
most
going out to a French restaurant.
Yeah, come on. Get
All
the
right.
house Merlot. You're fine.
Well, how about this? How about this? We take money out of the equation and send you guys out on a second date, and we will pay for it.
Yelp anywhere of your dreams.
Yep.
I don't know if we can afford Tara's taste.
Tara, will you go out with Gary again? We will pay for a second date.
Oh, man. I mean, maybe I should go out with you guys.
No, because I'll make you split the bill, for sure. Will you go out with him again?
You know what? I would love to see Gary take himself out. I think that he should see what he's like on a date with himself.
Wow. Gary, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I guess our Yelp ors don't vibe or whatever.
Gary, I'm also going to need your address because I need to present you with half of the bill for this phone call. That's cool.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hey, I was looking for Alex.
Yeah, this is Alex.
Alex, how you doing, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on the radio station moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. You're calling from the radio station?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Well, I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with a listener of ours.
That's kind of weird.
It is.
A woman named Daisy. Yeah, we'll admit it is not a normal to receive this kind of phone call. A woman named Daisy that you recently went out with emailed the show saying that she really enjoyed your time together, but you've been blowing her off and haven't been answering her phone calls. So she said, hey, can you give Alex a call and see if you can find out if I did something wrong? So that's why we're calling you, Alex.
Okay.
Do you remember going out with Daisy?
Yeah, I had dinner with Daisy.
Did you like Daisy?
We had a fine time. Dinner was fine.
Daisy told us that she doesn't put on her dating profile that she's a mom, and she kind of dropped that at dinner. Did that scare you off?
I mean, I wouldn't say that scared me off. I mean, it was a little surprising that, that's like a big part of a person's life. And like in other profiles, I feel like that information was on there. So it was a little bit shocking that she just sort of dropped that in the middle of our dinner. But, I'm not against dating someone who has a kid.
Okay, so that wasn't it then?
No.
Do you want to see her again?
Your voice just got so
Yeah, your voice got so high-pitched, dude. I'm taking that as a no, Alex. You're not necessarily into Daisy.
Honestly, the date got a little weird, and so I don't think that I would want to see her again.
Define weird, if you could.
This is weird to talk about with strangers on the phone, but towards the end of the meal, like she sort of got kind of quiet and emotional and sort of intense. And then she told me that her car was in the shop, which I knew because I had to drive. She asked me if I could pick her up, which is totally fine. But then she asked me if she could borrow some money to help pay for the car repair.
No, stop
She
it.
asked for a loan on your first date?
Like how much money?
Like $700.
Oh,
She just didn't have. She was waiting for a paycheck the next week or whatever, and she would get me back the next week. But she was in this tight spot, and it was really affecting, her kid's life and her life and whatnot.
Boy.
Oh gosh. What
How did she bring that up? Did she just say, "Hey, can I borrow $700?"
No, I mean it wasn't like that. I felt like she felt uncomfortable having to ask, but it was just really weird. And I was like, I don't really have that kind of cash flow. I don't have $700 to give to someone that I've met like 45 minutes ago. But I understand, people are in a tough spot, like car repairs.
Yeah.
So, but then she's like, well, what about like $400? Like I have another friend that I could get the rest from.
She was bargaining with you?
Yeah. So then she bumped it down to $4, and I was like, just as a general policy, I don't do loans on first dates. And then we had dessert, we went home, and I got out of there.
Oh, that's so awful.
I have a tough
so
time
many levels.
loaning money to good friends of mine, let alone somebody that I just went out on a date with.
It seemed like a situation I didn't want to get into. So,
not to make things weirder than they already are for you, but Daisy is actually on the phone and heard everything that you just said.
Hey, Alex.
That's Daisy on the phone?
Yep.
It's me.
Hi.
Daisy, did you failed to tell us that you asked him for a loan on your first date, Daisy?
It was just one little question. You know what I mean? It didn't.
Huge question.
Daisy, that's a $700 question.
I was going to be able to pay him back by Friday. I mean, I got paid on Friday. It wasn't like I was never going to pay him back or going to drag this out or anything like that. And I mean, what am I going to do? I can't ask my ex-husband. He's a jerk. You know, so it just, to me, it was like a little question, and I didn't hold it against him at all that he said no, so I guess it never dawned on me that he would hold it against me that I asked.
Yeah, but I don't know you. It just seems so weird that you would think that it was okay to ask to borrow money. Don't you think that's weird?
To
to me, it's just like there's no harm in asking. You know what I mean? I thought we were having a good time. It seemed like you would become friends. And you never know until you ask. And like I said, there was no hard feelings that you said no, so it just never occurred to me that it would create hard feelings that I asked.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Alex. Daisy's not pissed at you that you turned down.
Opportunity to loan me money.
Wait, why are we worried about whether she's pissed? You know what I mean? It's like, come on, it's super weird to ask to borrow money. I mean, I don't ask friends for money. That's like something you ask family. Like, do you have an uncle or like a cousin or something? Like, rather than asking someone that you just met on a first date?
I mean, I suppose if I had someone else, I would have asked them, you know, but it feels like, to me, it seems like super judgy to make assumptions about a person based on one question that they asked, you know?
Daisy, if I went out on a date with someone, and they started telling me they were having money problems and then asked me for cash, I'm going to judge them.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm going to say that you're trying to, like, milk me out of money, especially if I met you online. I don't know you at all. Not a lot of trust can be had in a person that you just met on a first date asking for money.
I mean, I get what you guys are saying. I totally do. And I just didn't look at it that way because I am totally honest, and I did have the money on Friday. I would have totally paid him back. So it didn't dawn on me that, you know, people would jump to that conclusion. Regardless of all of that, I did have a really great time on our date, and I would like to see you again.
Alex, would you like to go out with Daisy again?
Please.
We will pay for a second date. Daisy, I'm not paying for any car repairs. But we will pay for a second date if you'll go out with Daisy again, Alex.
You know what? I will. I'll go out with her again. I mean, it was a really awkward, weird first date, but that's not the first awkward first date I've had.
All right.
Awesome. Daisy,
Congratulations, you two.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They're cute.
Alex, don't leave your wallet out on the table.
Oh, Jubal flag.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Adrian, please?
Yes, this is she.
Adrian, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? Who is this?
Yeah, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Oh, okay. What is this regarding?
This is regarding a date that you recently went on. We do I'll tell you what it is before you get too weirded out. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. You recently went out with a guy named Jesse, and he emailed us about you. So we're calling to find out why you're not calling Jesse back.
Well, this is really weird to be put on the spot like this.
I know, I understand. Do you not want to go out with him again?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Hey, I don't care. You're not saying no to me. You're saying no to him. Why don't you want to go out with him again, though?
So, I mean, I went over to his house for dinner, and he had talked himself up as this really great cook, like one of the best in his circle of friends or whatever. And
yeah, he told us the same thing. He said he was a pretty good cook, and he said that he made you his signature chicken casserole.
Yeah, first off, chicken casserole is not. That's not a food. That's something you take to a potluck. That's something, you know.
I was actually kind of thinking the same thing. Really? Yeah. I mean, it's a casserole. It's like a throw-to meal that you do when you're like a working mom.
See, I don't cook. I heard the word casserole, and I was like, wow. That sounds hard.
But, you know, you got to give the guy a break. He's like a single dude, so.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
And, like, I'm a huge foodie. But, you know, if it's good, if it's delicious casserole, like, by all means, you know, change my mind. Like, prove it to me, you know. Mm-hmm. But it was, I mean, it was the worst thing I've ever tasted.
Really? It was that bad?
Oh, no.
It was so bad, and he had talked it up so much.
He said that you ate it and seemed to like it.
Well, I was brought up in the Midwest. I have certain manners that I try to, you know.
AKA, you're being
So you were being polite.
Yeah.
Was it like can of mushroom soup bad type of casserole?
Oh, it had to have cream of something soup. Like,
Again, I'm not tracking with you guys because cream of anything soup sounds good to me.
No.
Sounds delicious.
No, that cream of mushroom soup that, like, you get at the dollar store and you pull it out and it's like this gelatinous mass. Like, listen, my grandma used to make that
Do the cream of mushroom soup. I love that stuff.
Okay, well, if you like it so much, fine. But personally, I would not give that slop to my dog.
All right. Yeah, it sounds like he made a delicious meal to me, but I guess I don't get it. So is that the only reason then that you just didn't like his cooking?
It's one of my deal breakers. One of my priorities is that if I'm going to date someone, he needs to be able to cook. He needs to know how to cook for a woman. He needs to know how to set a table, present a meal.
All right.
Wow.
The comic book thing have anything to do with it? I know that you voiced your concerns about the food. He thought the reason you didn't want to go out with him was his big comic book collection.
Actually, we looked at that stuff after dinner, and I felt physically ill. So I was just trying to, keep it together.
It couldn't have been that bad.
Oh, no.
No, it was. And I don't understand how. I'm really worried because if that's his signature dish, right? It's cold in the center. It wasn't even cooked all the way through. If that's his pride and joy, then, what does everything else taste like? I'm completely terrified to think about that being inflicted on another woman.
I feel like the second date update has turned into a Yelp review.
Yeah.
And you're just destroying him.
It's like Food Network right now.
Yeah, well, one of his friends needs to sit him down because they've clearly, let him think that he's good at this.
Okay. Well, Adrian, I do have to tell you that you kind of have already told him because he's actually on the other line listening.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. Jesse, you there?
You really didn't like it?
Oh my God.
I've made that for people and they love it. I don't understand.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Jesse, but they were just being nice to you because it tastes like trash.
Oh.
Wow.
That's disgusting. It's unconscionably disgusting.
Are you
Jesse, nobody's ever told you that your food is bad before? The way Adrian is describing it, it's the worst thing on the planet.
Nobody has even said anything remotely like this at all.
Dude, Jesse, she is being so mean to you. Even if your food is that bad, I don't know why you're still, even being nice to her at all.
Well, if she's right and my cooking's that bad, I can't fault her for being upset about it.
Yeah, but they could,
nobody's told me this before.
Listen, someone needed to tell you, and someone's told you, so you can move forward now. I guess. You need a class. You need a class.
You said class? I thought you said slap.
I heard that.
I thought you were like, you need a slap. I was like, you want to physically assault him, Adrian?
No. Maybe someone could, but no. Just take a class. If you like to cook, you can get better. I'm sure you can. You can't cook for another woman like that. You just can't. It's not right.
What if I just had an off night? I just wasn't up to snuff. Maybe you just didn't like that particular recipe. What if we have a do-over and I make you baked ziti?
Ooh.
No, absolutely not. No do-overs. No, if you can't cook a casserole to warmth in the center, that's basic cooking skills. That's common sense.
Adrian, you should be on one of those cooking shows as a judge.
Yeah.
You are perfect for it.
I just know good food, and I know what I like, and it's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, at this point, I need to ask you anyway. Would you like to go on a second date with Jesse? We will pay for it.
The only way I would ever go out with Jesse again is if he took a cooking class and he completed it, and I viewed the certificate with my own two eyes.
Wow.
Well, why don't we take one together? Then you know firsthand that I've gotten better.
No, I'm not taking the class with you because I don't need it, frankly. You take the class, you show me the certificate, maybe we can talk.
Whoa.
So I can call you after I take this class?
Oh, Jesse, come on.
Doing? Get a spine, man. Say no.
Yes, you can call me after you take your cooking class. We'll see.
Hey.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll go
Jesse.
take your cooking class.
Come on, man. Really? You're going to go take a whole class and everything and show her a certificate just to get a second date?
Well, she's made a lot of good points. Nobody else has told me this. At least she's upfront and honest with me about it.
Yeah, but she doesn't care about the time, the energy, the effort you put into the night.
If I'm that bad, then then yeah, I mean, I guess she has a right to be upset.
Thank you. At least you're open to improvement. You know, like, if you want to be better, then that's something I can get on board with.
Well, there you go. I think this is kind of a successful second date update, sort of.
It's so weird.
I mean, they always say, like, in couples, hey, you guys should make each other better. Doesn't matter if you do it by just degrading the other person until they do it. And that's what Adrian just did for Jesse.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for your time, you guys.
Thanks for the help. And if you guys know of any good cooking class, let me know.
I'll have people text it in 78592. Where can Jesse find a good cooking class? Text message in at 78592. It says, I want to fight her.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Allison.
Yes, this is Allison.
Allison, this is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Who's this again? I'm sorry,
This is Jubal. I host the radio show Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm not sure what that is.
Well, it's a radio show. It's pretty much the only explanation I can give you there is a little bit of talking, a lot of crappy music, and we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. I'm assuming you've never heard of that either.
Not familiar with it.
You went out on a date recently with a guy named Keith.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Keith told us about your date.
Oh, really? What do you know? Do you know that he proposed to me?
We do. Yeah, he told us all about that. He says that he feels bad, but he also wanted to get you on the phone and tell you that he liked you a lot and wanted to see you again.
Really?
Let me ask you a question, okay? How did you feel when he proposed to you on your first date?
I thought it was really weird.
I feel like that's an understatement.
Definitely.
Has that ever happened to you before?
No, definitely not.
Was it scary, creepy, a little bit of both?
It was crazy. I mean, when you picture getting proposed to when you're young, a little girl, you don't exactly picture it happening on the first date at brunch.
You don't?
No.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, he told us all about your date, and he said that he feels really bad, and he's tried to apologize to you, and he just wanted to be able to talk to you again to see if you'd go out with him.
I mean, he should feel bad. What was I supposed to do?
Say yes and marry the guy?
Right.
Was there any part of you that thought, like, well, it's romantic?
No, I was completely shocked. It was one of those things where you just pause. It took me about 3 minutes to even get a reaction, and I didn't even know what to think.
So I'm guessing that the reason you aren't calling him back for a second date is because of the wedding proposal. Was there anything else?
Does there need to be another reason?
I don't think so. That's enough of an explanation. You know, Keith did talk to us, and he doesn't sound like a weird guy. He just says he got caught up in the moment, and he was super excited because you're like the best girl he's gone out on a date with ever, and he handled it the wrong way.
That's sweet that he says that, but I mean, we were vibing, we got along, we had, a good connection at first, and I felt the spark, but when he broke into tears and started proposing, I thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
It changes things a little bit, changes your whole vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Allison, I do need to let you know that Keith is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Hey, Allison.
Oh, my God. What do you want?
I just want a chance to explain myself. I told you I'm sorry. I know that what I did was crazy. I know it was insane. I got caught up in the moment. I'm an emotional person, and I don't have a good excuse. I just got caught up in the moment.
It's not the 1920s. I mean, you don't just meet somebody and marry them off in the afternoon.
Yeah, no, you're right. I get that. But can you honestly say you weren't, feeling anything? I can't be the only one who was feeling something.
No, I was. I mean, I liked you at first, and you seemed normal, and I definitely felt a connection. But when you broke into tears and proposed, I just thought you were crazy.
Okay, that makes sense. That's totally fair. I'm not crazy. I've had some terrible experiences dating in the past, and you were so cool and normal, and I just felt it, and I got lost in that moment. I got caught up in it.
I feel like if that's the kind of guy you are, then who knows what other reckless decisions you'll make down the line.
Oh, no.
Dude, red flag is what she's saying.
I understand. Yeah, I get it. I understand how that could be a red flag or how I could seem crazy and unstable. I'm not doing a call my friends, and I have people who will vouch for me. Just
You want to supply references to Allison?
I will. I think this is important. I don't want to lose this potential relationship just because I messed up on the first date.
I mean, it's a shame because I liked him too. I'm just not looking to get married tomorrow. I'd like to date someone for a little while before we talk about marriage.
So you did like him, though, before?
Yeah, I did.
Well, then why don't you give it one more shot and go out on another date? Would you like to go out on a second date with Keith? We will pay for it.
Allison, before you answer, I need you to know I did watch a couple rom-coms on Netflix the week before we went out, so I was in an emotional place already.
Blame it on the rom-coms. I love it.
It's like Katherine Heigl just gets to his heart, man.
Allison, will you go out with Keith again?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. This whole thing is just so weird.
You cannot blame her, you guys.
Allison, the only thing I'm proposing right now is a second date. I just want to do this the right way and forget about the first date and just move forward. That's all I'm asking.
Allison, can you forget about the wedding proposal on your first date and go out with Keith one more time? I know that's a lot to ask, but do you think you can do it?
It is. If you guys think it's a good idea.
I do. I think it's a great idea. At least see one more time how he handles himself. I mean, he's not totally crazy.
See, right there. You said he's totally crazy. I'm going to change my mind again. I'm going to go back.
I said he's not totally crazy.
Yeah, but
he just got a little worked up, you know?
You're saying partially crazy, though.
Everybody's partially crazy. And you can't find somebody that's fully sane.
Yeah, no, I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
No? Oh, man. All right.
What happened? We were there, and then
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. What did we learn? What have we learned, though? Okay, this is all about learning. What did we learn from today's second date update?
that love isn't real.
No.
That's so sad.
We've learned that, but we've also learned no rom-coms before your next date, okay?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Carla, please?
This is she.
Hey, Carla, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay. Do you have the wrong number?
I'm pretty sure I don't have the wrong number. Did you recently go out on a date with a guy named Justin?
Yeah, why do you know that?
Because Justin listens to our show and asked me to call you.
What? Why?
Because he told us about your date, said that he really enjoyed going out with you, but you won't return any of his phone calls or
God.
or text messages, and he wanted to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why.
So I don't answer his texts, and then he calls a radio show to get a hold of. Oh my God.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Any interest in telling us why you won't call Justin back?
I can't believe that he wants me to call him back. Why is he so interested in me?
He said he really enjoyed your date and wants a chance to go out with you again.
Oh my God, what is wrong with this guy?
What's wrong with this guy? Is it hard to believe that somebody would want to go out with you again, Carla?
I mean, I don't think that it was that great of a date.
And why is that?
It was long and painful, and I think I was getting kind of cranky at the end of it, and then it was a very abrupt goodbye when I left, and then and then I haven't responded to any of his texts or calls.
By long and painful, let me ask you this. He told us about your date. He said that he drug you to a bunch of bars, and by the third one, you said your feet were hurting, and you didn't want to go to the fourth bar, but he made you go to that one. Did that piss you off?
Yep.
Okay.
What? Why wouldn't you just leave at that point, though? Like, call a cab on your own, get an Uber.
I know. I was going to leave after the third one, but he really wanted to go to this fourth one, and he was like this sad little kid that really wanted to go to this fourth bar and kept saying how great it was, and I was like, well, what's great about it? He goes, oh, see, you guys see, it's just so awesome. And I felt bad for him. He had this whole plan. I felt like I let him finish this master date plan that he had. So
Okay, that was nice.
It sounds like you absolutely hated being out with this dude.
I mean, it was like fun. You know, he bought me a bunch of drinks, so that was nice. That was fine.
How was the final bar? Was it as great as he had promised?
It
It was a normal bar, and we go to the back, and he wanted to show me this old jukebox that they had. He acted like it was the only bar that had a jukebox in it. Didn't have the heart to tell him that most bars have that.
There's a lot of bars with jukeboxes. You know, Carla, I feel like you and I could be friends. We both seem to have the same zest for life. Like that's a stupid jukebox.
I just wasn't into it. Wasn't having a great time at the end. But he just, like, he wouldn't get the hint. I think I even told him his shirt looked terrible. And he goes, oh, you're so honest. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, he told us all about that. He was like, I love her honesty, man. She ripped on my clothing.
Yes, it was so. It's like, is this a joke? And then to be texting and calling me, I couldn't. I dropped the phone the first time I saw him calling. I was like, what is he thinking?
Why didn't you just send him a text? I mean, because obviously he wasn't getting the point.
If you would have texted him back and said, no, I don't ever want to see you again, you would have been like, oh man, there she is being honest again. I love it.
I know. Like, who knows how he could have read that, and then he would have, yeah.
Carla, thank you very much for telling us a little bit about your date with Justin. I appreciate it.
Talking about the date was ended up being more fun than the actual date.
Oh, sad.
Well, since you were honest with us, I feel like I should be honest with you and let you know that Justin is actually on the phone listening to this conversation.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Why?
Because we think it's funny.
That's true.
Is he for real on there? No, he's not.
I don't understand. We so clicked. I know you're the last part wasn't so great, but the first part was really great. And I took your advice to heart. I got all these new shirts and everything.
No, I just don't think that we did click though.
No, but you totally got me, and that's what I was like. You were so authentic, you were so honest, and I was just like, that's amazing. That's the kind of person I want to date. That's the kind of person I want to be around.
That's very flattering, but I just unfortunately do not feel the same way.
And that jukebox is like an authentic, from 1963. It plays old 45s. I mean, you can't find that anywhere anymore. And it's functioning, and it's amazing. It's got
it's just not a match. I'm sorry. I made fun of your shirt. I feel like I just looked bored the whole time. I was texting with friends while you were talking. What were you not getting that I wasn't interested? You had to force me to go to the fourth bar. I was ready to go home.
Carla, I feel like you didn't even give him a chance from the beginning. It sounds like he walked into the bar and you were already done with him.
No, it started off fine. The first bar, we had a couple drinks, and it was kind of small talk. And then we got to the second bar, and that's when boredom set in, and I was just bored, but I felt bad, and I felt like I had to do, the whole bar crawl for him.
I don't know. I guess I just read this wrong. I thought we were a great match. I thought we had a really good chemistry, and I don't know. I'm shocked.
Yep, you're right, Justin. We are a perfect match.
Really?
No. Justin, I'm being sarcastic again. Come on. You got to follow along with the conversation.
Hey, at this point, I think it's a great time to ask Carla if she would like to go on a second date with Justin. Carla, I will pay for a second date. Would you like to go out with Justin again?
No.
Am I not picking up on the sarcasm now?
You're not getting you.
I thought you were being sarcastic at first. Thank you very much, but no.
Oh, man.
Justin, sorry, man.
Well, I guess thanks for trying. I guess I have to get better at, following sarcasm.
No, hey, no you don't, dude. No you don't.